Hey everybody, welcome back. It is Micah, and today's video is just a little bit about me, my gender, my sexuality, just a little brief kind of overview of the queer mess which resides right in front of you. I will go into a little bit more detail in the future about coming out and stuff like that, and how it was taken and how I did it, etc, etc, in a later video. But this is just a brief little kind of, hey, this is kind of what I feel, what I am, what I identify as. So let's get to it. I have my handy phone, all the questions on it. My sexual orientation and gender identity. So my sexual orientation is pansexual aromantic. So basically I don't really factor gender into the people that I have crushes on. My gender identity is female to male transgender. I'm 0% female. Basically male. I use he, him, his pronouns. I mean, I don't mind they, them pronouns. I used they, them pronouns for a good couple of years. So I just, as long as you don't call me a she, I'm fine. In saying that, I don't care about gender roles or any gendered products. I don't understand why things are gendered in the first place. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Nail polish, for example, I don't understand why that's gendered. It makes my nails look fantastic. And same with makeup, it makes me look better than, you know, dead inside, so why does it matter if I'm wearing it or not? Did you have any experiences as a child that may have foreshadowed your sexuality? How old were you when you knew? What was that like for you? For my sexuality, I was always kind of tossing around about who I was interested in, what I was interested in. I kind of was pansexual, lesbian, back to kind of pansexual, and I've kind of stayed at pansexual at this point. I kind of knew that I wasn't completely straight at kind of high school level, that I wasn't completely 100% heterosexual. I kind of was out as a lesbian from about the ages of kind of 16 to 18, 17, 18. And then I kind of was like, you know what, I don't really care about gender. Gender's not important to me. For being transgender, I'm kind of toyed around with gender for quite a while. I started identifying as kind of genderqueer, gender fluid at about, like just before I turned 18. So I started binding. I got, you know, I was only using like sports bras for a while, and then I was kind of, you know, putting my hair up in a hat to try and hide it to see how I felt about that. And I dressed in, you know, male clothing to see how I felt. Kind of liked the idea, went out and got a binder because I just got a job so I could afford it. Didn't really kind of put any emphasis on like coming out until probably about 6 months down the line when I was like, hey, I'm genderqueer, gender fluid. They, them pronouns. I changed my name to Micah. You know, I kind of was dressing masculine when I wasn't working, you know, when I was around home. Didn't really wear it out a lot. I was out to my friends, but I was kind of in the closet still because my family didn't know about any of this stuff. But as time went on, it became more and more difficult. I started exploring my gender identity more and more. I basically was living as a woman kind of at work. I was getting, you know, my old name during the day, and then at night and on the weekends I'd be Micah, I'd be they, them, and I was getting more and more torn about kind of the gender identity that I was feeling, because I was like, but I want to be like this all the time. And it wasn't till about kind of, I'd say it was just before Christmas 2015 when I kind of spoke to my partner Regan and was like, hey, I've been doing a lot of thinking about my gender identity. I've been watching videos, you know, I've been doing, you know, researching to see how I feel in comparison to other people, and I kind of froze, and he was just like, you want me to use he, him pronouns, don't you? You want me, you know, and I was just like, yeah. Turns out he'd worked it out before I had. from about 2015 onwards, I made the steps to come out to various people. I came out to my friends pretty much like that day. Like, I started dressing as a male pretty much full time. I came out to work just before my birthday, which is in February. I came out to my family kind of around April, May. And yeah, it kind of all went from there. First person you came out to, as pansexual, it was just my friends at the time. I didn't really make that much of a big deal about that. It was like, yeah, I like people. Being transgender, again, my partner Regan. Thoughts regarding inner turmoil about your sexuality. Did you have any? Did it escalate to self-injury or suicidal thoughts? Okay, so trigger warning for this. I had a lot of inner turmoil. I was brought up kind of in an environment where being in the LGBT community was never encouraged. It was never spoken about in a particularly positive light, and I was never comfortable about feeling like I was in the community or vocalizing that I was in the community for fear for myself, I guess. So I kind of hid a lot of things from a lot of people for a long time. I didn't feel comfortable coming out till I moved out. You know, coming out to a lot of people till I moved out anyway. I was out to a lot of friends before then, but I didn't really feel comfortable being myself until I moved out of home. Which is sad. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. And did it escalate to self-injury and suicidal thoughts? Of course it did. I was in a place where I couldn't express who I was. I couldn't put words to it either at the time. Like, when things were at its worst, I didn't know how to vocalize that my gender was, I felt my gender was wrong, that I was, you know, in the wrong body, that I had, you know, I was thinking these things, that my sex didn't match my gender, and I couldn't express it. So the way that I expressed it, because I was also very depressed at the time, just kind of in general, was to take it out on myself, and that is kind of the worst thing that I've ever done. I wish I'd asked for help sooner. I really, really do. I am in such a great place now, and, you know, if I could go back in time, I would just tell myself, there are people out there who will help you. There are people that will accept you, that will help you get to this. So I would be at this point that I am now, where I'm starting testosterone a lot sooner, and it would have been great. Did you face any problems regarding religion? Personally, no. I am an atheist, so I never had any personal self-issues with religion. How your parents took it? Not great. I'm currently not on speaking terms with most of my family. A lot of them, I don't know if they're refusing to accept it, or if they don't understand, so therefore don't want to kind of accept it. I don't know. I haven't got any kind of way to talk to them about that. So I'm kind of living with my chosen family, friends, and, you know, Regan's family and stuff, so. But that's alright. I'm happy. What do you think the closet or being closeted means to you? Being in the closet sucks. It sucks that you have to lie. I felt like I was lying about who I was, that I wasn't being honest, but I also couldn't be honest. I couldn't find a way out until I kind of got the freedom of moving out, and then it was like, cool, I can come out now. What does marriage mean to you? Marriage to me means two people who love each other, who want to make it not so much official, but like they want to have that label of like marriage. They want to have those rings. They want to, you know, have it kind of written down on a piece of paper, you know. And that's great. It's whether you're, you know, gay, straight, bi, pansexual, whatever, whoever you're marrying, I think that's fantastic. If you want to get married, that's great. I personally don't want to get married, simply because I don't want to pay for it. I'm like under the kind of guise that if I'm going to spend that kind of amount of money, I'm going to go travelling instead. But each to their own. Marriage is a fantastic thing. It's not just between men and women, it's between whoever and whoever. Shout something. It could be happy and about pride, or about why you hate homophobia. Well, I'm not going to shout too loud because I have neighbours. But basically, homophobia is stupid. Why is somebody's sexuality or gender identity any of your business? Why does it matter? Is it affecting your life? Because if it's not, then you shouldn't let it affect your life. If you don't believe in gay marriage, don't go to a gay wedding. Because trust me, they're probably not going to invite you anyway if they know that's how you feel. What's between my legs, what I wear, the nail polish the makeup, the nail polish, it doesn't define who I am. My gender is my gender. My pronouns are not my preferred pronouns, they are my pronouns. And my name is Micah. Apart from nicknames, there's nothing else to call me. It's not your life to live. Let people live their lives how they feel happiest, because basically if I was forced into the closet or if I hadn't been able to get out of the closet, I wouldn't be here right now. That's the bottom line, is this kind of stuff can kill. Don't be a dickhead. Let people live their lives. If it doesn't affect you, don't let it affect you. And if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And that's pretty much where I want to leave this video. So, it was a long rambly one, I know. I'm sorry. I tend to go on and on about things. My throat now hurts. And I don't know if that's just because I'm getting sick or if my voice is going to start breaking. It's probably too early for that. Who knows? So, if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Tell me down in the comments if there's something that you'd like to see from me. I'm always open to constructive criticism. And if you want to watch my last video, it is right over here. And you can also subscribe by clicking that little bubble up there. But I hope you all have a fantastic day. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.